a sizable chunk now to where we should definitely be looking to unlock a slot or two. Not set quartz. I think Van still has one. So at this point, it might be time just to open up Van's last one, because why the fuck not? It's Van.
It is man.
Doing that will probably block us from doing anybody else at the moment, since we only have 400 fire. I mean, this is in the bottom slot, so ain't no way. This one, maybe the top one? Almost.
Ooh, so close.
And if that's the case, then on yes is definitely not going to do it. Okay, but it won't take us long to be able to do another one. And in that slot...
Shifting to maintenance mode.
I wish I could toggle by, like, unequipped.
Mm-hmm.
15 defense is... There's that rot 2, which is also a strength plus 6, which is... Shield 2 on our tank. Attack 2, I guess. 12, but I'd probably prefer the rot as a bonus there. This is a thing we use a decent amount, but it's not going to help us in boss fights, so I'm kind of like, meh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just be my response to a lot of things, apparently. Crit. Could be nice. Kind of like that. Cast 1 on Van, definitely strong. Very good. Hit 1.
Hit? We can't fucking hit worth shit, so it might be something.
Repeat 1. Kind of tempting just because it adds the chance of delay as well, on top of being able to maybe cancel. I think I'm just going to go with the rot, though. Okay. One more.
Whew, that hits the spot.
Nothing we need to cook. Let's save up to open more slots so I don't have much else to do with ordnance. I don't think there's anything to customize. We already did everybody we care about. Sorry, Fairy.
Sorry.
I guess real quick, let's look at... Is any good for anybody? No! Then off we go! And boom! Oh, I saw people.
There were people on the other side of this door.
You'll never guess.
Oh, look! There it is!
So that's gotta be the prototype terminal we came looking for.
That's right. The one that would have formed part of the twin core system. It's presumably been connected directly to the septium vein, granting it the ability to pull resources from all over the region. I doubt even cutting it off from the net would stop what's already begun. I can't believe he made such a system.
It does sound like it wasn't easy, that's for sure. My man poured a lot of sweat and blood into this.
Who could that be? Oh.
We know who that is. You don't
Color
have
me
to be
impressed
coy,
you managed to
game.
find this place. That's some excellent sleuthing, Arc Ride Solutions.
I am also rather impressed that you did so without your Marduk concierge.
Nothing to it. We could smell the stench of your filthy scheme from 1,000 Selge away.
Besides, we didn't do it without Reset. She's right here with us, in spirit.
I did not intend for my statement to cause offense.
Still, this development wasn't exactly in the cards. What are your thoughts, Professor?
A most tedious turn of events indeed. Why must you insist upon hindering my research? No, I know the answer. You simply cannot stand the fact that I'm about to surpass your dear teacher's achievements. But the completion of this most supreme formula is nigh. My grand ambition realized, humanity will leap forward into a new future. I will thank you not to interfere.
Oh, Professor.
We're up against a super advanced AI that replicates one of the greatest minds in the country. Now that he's not held back by his body, he doesn't even need to rest. He can work at full capacity at all times. This might be worse than that computer from a year and a half ago. At least that one didn't have a genius's brain in it.
And all of this is made possible by that green Genesis. All of this to try and create weapons of pure evil.
Dear, oh dear, young lady. Do try and see the big picture here. Military research has been a force that drives scientific development and civilization advancement since the dawn of its time. Our orbital communications technology and the airships we rely on are both fine examples of that. Oh, the nuclear weapons I seek to create will one day help bring about peace. Both is part of a larger puzzle in creating energy sources far more efficient than modern orbital energy. And as a true deterrent to erase war for good, none would dare be the first to pull the trigger when every country has nuclear weapons.
Yep, he's sure as hell gone off the rails.
Even if all that happens, all you're gonna spread across the world is fear. That ultimate weapon created in Crossbell a year and a half ago was built on the same logic. So if that reasoning had anything to it, why didn't that pave the way to peace first?
Don't compare my most noble research to that product of mere coincidence.
Please stop, Professor. We've heard enough. There are lines no researcher or engineer should cross. Human experimentation, biological weapons, brainwashing and mind control, gene editing. Manipulating the atomic structure of matter through fusion reactions risks creating energy beyond our control. We already have a stable energy source in the form of orbital energy. There's no need to dabble with something so risky. That was why the Institute decided to ban researching it. And other colleagues in workshops abroad followed suit. How could you do this when you are the one who taught me all of that?
Well...
All pretty words, but a desire to taste the forbidden fruit is what makes us human, is it not? The magicians of the Dark Ages didn't let taboos get in their way. Going back further, you even have events like the Great Collapse painting how wild the times were. Tell me, is it fun forcing your own sense of morality upon everyone else?
You're twisting my words. It's true that science and engineering are about learning to understand the laws that govern this world. But our goal is to do that as the humans we are at our core. We don't achieve anything by casting aside our humanity, the relationships we've made, the society we've built. If we do that, then the entire foundation that inspires our search crumbles. That's why we have to draw a line in the sand. It's the only thing standing between the noble ambitions of those in our field and the heinous abyss that awaits those who cross it.
Those were Professor Hamilton's. What idiocy. Your reasoning is as naive as hers.
If you really think so little of Katra, why did you call him?
I'm so sorry. I screwed up. Please, stop this. They want my...
Just before becoming an AI, you were filled with regret, weren't you? You wished you'd never gotten involved with the Mafia, and been compelled to cross a line no human should. After so much mental anguish, you regained your senses and realized just how far you'd gone. You tried to fight back against them, didn't you?
What nonsense is... I would never...
That call does make a lot more sense when viewed in that light. But there was no resisting this, and the conversion went ahead anyway, leaving only an empty vessel behind. I ain't got a clue if you even remember your last words after what happened to you. But if you're a recreation of the real Professor Callahan, surely you can at least understand them. I can't imagine someone so beloved by many, who even rivaled Professor Hamilton, couldn't.
Man, Agnes.
Are you done? This is getting rather tedious. Congrats on spouting baseless speculation to the last word, all without a shred of hard evidence to back it up. It's going to take a lot more than that to sway someone who cast aside the very shackles of mortality. Oh, it's no skin off my back if you decide to just throw up your hands and give up now. If you no longer care about the government casting you aside, Or getting revenge on that impertinent Professor Cronkite? Or achieving the ultimate honor of surpassing the likes of LaToya Hamilton, of Claude Epstein, even? If you're set on forgetting it all, of rendering all your effort, sacrifice, and humiliation for nothing, I won't stop you.
You must be joking, Melchior. My resolve will never falter. Not when the answer I have dreamed of for so long is close at hand. No, I would damn myself before I ever thought to back down. I will not let all I've suffered be for naught.
Professor!
We almost got through to him.
That's fine. Just means we're doing this the hard way.
At the very least, we need to get that evil imp out of his ear.
Yeah, then we might finally be able to have a proper talk with the guy.
You're surprisingly cocky for a group that struggled before you were a man down. Think I'll break out the big guns. I wouldn't want to disappoint.
Then I will release my first limiter as well. Ishtanti, engage Dominatus mode.
It doubled its wings from 2 to 4.
Sure bodes well for us.
Well, we ain't turning back now. Time to settle the score.
Right. For Reset 2.
With me, Theo, Zeros. We're gonna put a stop to all this.
Understood, Katra.
Rough.
I'll take you on.
Now, leap into my loving embrace.
Engaging Dominatus mode. I cannot guarantee you will live.
Oh. I don't love the sound of first limiter, but you know, that's how this is going to work. Just keep being incrementally stronger.
Oh, what's the matter?
Displaying enemy stats.
Okay, about what we'd expect. Melchior's still a little lower on health.
Going all in.
No real weaknesses. He summons those bombs that are a pain in the ass, so I guess we're going to start with him.
Keep it up. It's working.
Activating escape.
Keep moving, Van.
This is a good time to coin.
This'll hurt.
Whoa.
Ready when you are.
Holding your course.
Think fast. Take that. All you on, yes.
I mean, they're over there, kind of off on their own.
Make it count.
They might move around, though, so I'm always hesitant to do Cataract Wave, at least to start, until we see what their first move is. So let's go something a little bigger. And then...
Let's party.
Just for you.
Okay. Why did she shield him from that?
I will pierce
I
you.
have many questions.
A royal wing.
Not that it's hurtful. I guess the better question is, why does the game have that being a shield effect?
Right.
Okay. We'll watch it once. Alright. Bombs are kind of moving. I didn't see the boost plus come in, or I would have used an S-Craft on Van just to use the S-Boost. Let's take a look around here. Bombs are low. Should die to a gentle tickle.
Let's party.
I think what we'll do is we'll cast here first, and if the cast isn't going to get off in time, then we can always interrupt. Or we could just murder them with Pluto.
Keep moving, Van.
Yeah. Pluto.
We'll watch this one once again. I know I said once the first time, but now it's a boss fight, so like...
Now it's a boss fight, so we have to.
Oh no. Okay, immediately summons more, but I mean, he had to take a turn to do it, so I guess that's not all bad.
It's also true. I'm kind of fine with him just wasting his turns doing that.
Going all in.
Alright, we have a boost plus on Van's next turn. So we should definitely S-Craft before that happens with somebody, whether that's him or someone else.
drive.
What are you up
Now's a
to,
good
sir?
time to boost.
I'll crush them all at once.
This.
Going all in.
Send you flying.
Sometimes certain people in this series have the ability to kind of go right again after that. I kind of wish that was the case here, but it is a good buff. I think I'm just gonna jump in here. That's everybody.
Time for the main event.
So this is the plus and minus of the system. That moves the boost plus up there, so now we still have 3 bars because it triggers as soon as he goes. So that's a plus. Sometimes if you want that effect and you can't like move it off now, you can't like get a crit and go, oh, someone else should jump in and take it. But
Right.
pros and cons.
Aren't
All right.
you coming?
So they're clearly not going to run at half health, seeing as Melchior is beyond half health. Getting close to half herself. The bombs are dead. Van's at like half, so this might not be a bad time. Whoops.
Going all
They're
in.
like this.
Activating drive.
I owe you
I'll
one.
take that.
Enjoy these flowers. They are both stunned. A double boost plus coming, which means I think my temptation is just to be like, hey, welcome, be vandalized.
Yup.
Oof.
Don't go down easy, do you?
You are stronger than anticipated.
Make it count, Darren.
Now this is interesting. She's next. We have a lot of boost coming. If Van follows up, he might be able to S-craft again himself. What we're going to do, I think, is Q... Hatras?
Aren't you coming?
A little bit of waste of boost, but it feels appropriate for the fight. I mean, Melchior's almost dead. So I'm almost tempted to go here, spread the damage, and burst this down.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
That was the wrong one. Do it anyways!
Circle of life.
You get an S boost, and you get an S or an S craft.
We're very healed now.
Lance mode activate. Degama driver.
Boost gauge limit exceeded.
Now, if we're being honest, not the best line delivery.
Activating skill.
Oh, on his S craft,
Yeah.
I mean.
It's fine. It's not bad, but needs more energy.
Yeah.
Boost gauge limit crushed.
Impossible.
Maybe got a little overboard there at the end, but fuck him.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah. You know what?
Won't stop here.
So many of these boss fights have been really difficult. It's kind of nice to just steamroll somebody for a change.
Yeah,
Hey, we just did that. How fit.
yeah. Is the game actually going to represent us beating their asses? Because it kind of looks like it sort of is, which means there's more coming.
We did it.
How's that, you psycho?
I mean, obviously we have a Grendel fight coming.
Oh, you'll pay dearly for that.
They're more synchronized this time. We must respond in kind.
Now's my chance to.
What?
Shit!
Get down.
When did you arrive?
Not a moment too soon, it would seem. Is everyone all right?
For the party.
Ren?
Hell of an entrance. Well, here's a big player I didn't expect. Last I'd heard, you retired. So what brings the Society of Ouroboros' former enforcer number 15 here?
What?
An enforcer? Like the direwolf?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I'll thank you very kindly not to bring up a lady's buried past before an audience, Overseer. I didn't want to turn up uninvited, but you didn't leave me much choice. Not when you have opted to deploy such an underhanded trick where my friends were headed.
That
outline looks eerily like a...
Should have known.
That's mine now.
a humanoid robot!
It's an assault frame! So this is where all those missing parts ended up.
And it put the Genesis in its chest, too.
Why can't you just be silent and leave me to my work?
That sounds like...
Couldn't be. Professor Callahan?
I am so close to perfecting the divine formula I seek. So stop with your incessant meddling!
Crap. So he's inside that thing now?
I'll keep these two out of your way. You focus on the assault frame.
That's fair. I like her to join the party, but her taking on the two of them is kind of funny. And also, Melchior should probably be a little respectful. I know that's not his thing, so I don't expect him to be, but like, you maybe shouldn't shit talk her. You really shouldn't.
Well, I would like it if he should talk to her and then proceeded to get wrecked.
Right. Like, there are certain
I can be
things you
fine
don't
with that.
do. You don't pull on Superman's cape. You get the idea.
Have it your
Yeah.
way.
Well, lucky us. I'm sure you'll be a real ball.
Ren!
She'll be fine. We need to focus on the job at hand.
And he knows.
Cutting edge as this thing is, it looks like they were sloppy in putting it together. Focus on the back of the joints. We gotta force it to the ground so we can get the Genesis out.
Right!
And it's not like it's unheard of that we might have super strong allies in certain spots. You know, Aurelia. Now, granted, that was I guess, an equally imposing well, not equally, no one's really equal to Aurelia, but still, a pretty imposing person herself was involved there. All right, 115,000 health.